Okay, let's bring out our first two teams. Here they come. In the blue lane, we have Commandos.
And in the red lane, we have Tails We Win. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big cheer. We want to hear you in your best voices this afternoon.
Okay, so on the blue lane, we've got Commandos. On the red lane, we have got Tails We Win. And Tails We Win have been at Crufts a number of times. We always know they're in the house because of their bright pink team strip, which is not easy to miss. They are just getting the dogs ready. We're going to do a practice run first of all, and then it will be the first run proper. So if you're new to Flyball, you will see that the hurdles are set, and there will be a practice run first of all. The dog obviously has to run over the hurdles to the boxes, grab the ball and run back. And the key point will be that changeover. The pass has to be precise to not lose a single millisecond, because it comes down to very tight timings, doesn't it?
It is extremely tight, which is why we have the electronic timing. So that does indicate exactly the correct time. So as you've just seen, ladies and gentlemen, the dogs have
You're
been
too kind,
shown.
Ramsey. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome from Jim Rosenthal and Graham Partridge. This then the round of 16, and we are all set. There will be practice runs, as the guys have told you. And Tails We Win in the red lane about to start the practice, and Commandos in the blue on the near side right in front of us. Graham is with me. Graham, you've got a couple of points you want to make about the box that holds the precious ball.
Yeah, so just take the opportunity while these teams are doing their practice runs just to talk about the Flyball box. You can see there are two holes on the box, and the ball is on the right-hand side as we look at it. Some dogs naturally turn to the left, and some dogs naturally turn to the right. So you'll see that the ball was set on the right-hand side for that one. And so the dog likes to turn to the right, and then if they put the ball on the left-hand side, the dog likes to turn. It's about getting the fastest possible turn they can from the dogs.
And they practice for a very long time to achieve those fastest turns. So the first contest in the round of 16, Tails We Win from Alconbury in Cambridgeshire in the red lane. They will start off with Arlo. Second dog is Bruce, Belgian Malinois. Coach Calhoun will go third, and Zuko will go fourth. Friday and Saturday champions last year were Tails We Win. A team to be respected. And in the blue lane, that is the near side, that is Commandos from Stockton-on-Tees in County Durham. Peggy goes first, Severus second, Nagini third, and Nasha will go fourth. 7 years here, Commandos, always very respectful. Best of three, just to remind you, and things happen very, very quickly. Round about 15 seconds each contest. Tails We Win in the red lane then, and Commandos in the blue. And first to go then for Commandos is Peggy, and first to go for Tails is Arlo. The handlers shouting the names of the dogs. We are all set for the first, and Flyball Crufts 2025 is underway. They are off. Good start from Tails on the near side. It's just over with Commandos in the red. Tails have it on the near, but Commandos making up ground. There's a fault on that red side. That means they're going to have to run an extra dog. Then Tails. And there goes that extra dog from Tails. And so in the blue lane, Commandos from Stockton-on-Tees strike the lead. Our judge, Cheryl Quinn, points towards us, and that means Commandos in the blue lane are one to the good, Graham.
They are, so all the pressure now is going to come on Tails We Win. There was a fault by one of the dogs. I think it was a spat ball, or the dog lost it. The dog has to bring the ball back over all four jumps to make it a clean run.
So Commandos at the moment, one more victory, and Commandos go through, and Tails We Win. Friday and Saturday champions last year, they finished third last year, are clinging on at the moment. That's Tails in the red lane. Terrific, clean, quick work from Commandos. Bags of experience at Crufts, as indeed Tails have. And it's a good start from that first dog from Tails in the red lane. It's with Tails at the moment looking to square things up. Still with Tails. Fine work from the second dog in the red lane. Tails striking back here surely. And the last Tails dog to go is Suko taking them home and squaring things up, I would imagine, at one apiece indeed. That is confirmed by Cheryl Quinn.
Red line win, 15-33.
And Tails still very much wagging here at Crufts 2025, Graham.
Absolutely, and that's what we love to see. We love to see two clean runs. And the dog, actually, the last dog for Commandos was catching up really quickly. Another couple of yards, and I reckon they'd have had it, Jim. But anyway, takes us to what we all love, a third leg.
We have a decider here then in the opening contest. Flyball, Crufts 2025. One apiece. Tails in the red lane. Commandos from Stockton-on-Tees in the blue. One each. Who's going to go through? Who's going to go home? The next 15 or 20 seconds will decide it. Tails striking back in that second leg, looking very slick and fast. Commandos making a good start in the blue lane. Commandos at the moment. Tails just in front on the crossover. Tails in the red. It's with Tails as that third dog bounds down there. Commandos with ground to make up. If Tails keep it clean here at the end, but Commandos coming very, very strongly. They're coming very strongly at Commandos. I think they nicked it. I think Commandos have got it. They have. What a comeback by that final Commandos dog. Absolutely sensational. 15:52 the time. And Tails we win. Depart Crufts with their tails between their legs, and Commandos rock on.
And have we got some happy Commandos? Yes, we have. Look at that. That's what it means to them. They're through to the next round, and that means everything to them. Great flyball racing. What a great start to the day, Jim.
Just jubilation from the...
Well done, well done.
Now, I was sitting 2 years ago when we set a new Crufts record in flyball, and it was set by our next team to enter the arena. They are the Belgian favourites, Road Runners, beep beep, into the blue lane, the holders of the current Crufts records and owners of the current world record, and they are up against, in the red lane, we have Barking for Balls. Give them a big round of applause, everyone. Our two teams raring to go. So, the Belgians here, they are favourites at Crufts every year. They're so good. And again, one of those teams who knows how to cope with the pressure of this huge occasion.
They are. They just know how to handle this. So this will be an exciting race because Barking for Balls, they will be giving everything they've got. They will be showing their dogs.
Thank you, Radzi.
They will be
so,
chasing their dogs.
Road Runners are back from Belgium, and Barking for Balls from Stoke. Well, they have it all to do. Lively outsiders, they've been recording some very quick times, really in at the deep end. First time at the Europeans last year, finished 7th. That's Barking for Balls I'm talking about. But these guys, the Road Runners from Zonhoven in Belgium, team captain Dave Maris, so good. I mean, these dogs, Kion and Memphis, the fastest dogs, just listen to this, 3.3 seconds they do the course. All the others, 3.4. And they're just going to do the practice runs here. There is a strong feeling as well that the Road Runners, who had an inexplicable failure in the final last year, that they are here and they're going to reclaim their crown. They will go with Sepp first, the dog that failed to start in the final last year, and then Drogon, and then Sansa, and then Kion, absolutely lightning quick. That is the lineup for Road Runners. And meantime, Barking for Balls will go with Nell, Keo, Rue, and Sola. This is just a practice run that we're seeing. And the Road Runners, everybody's team to beat. The first overseas team to complete in the flyball at Crufts. They broke records, they won, and then they won again and reached the final before a totally unexpected failure last year. So Road Runners in the blue lane there. Barking for Balls in the red.
Ready on the box,
Roadrunners just want to get the job done. I don't think they're chasing any records here on Thursday.
Yes.
Just want to get it done. First to go then is Sept, the dog that failed to start for the Roadrunners, inexplicably. Experienced dog, failed to start in the final last year. Back again this time round, and Sept's away and running very smoothly indeed in the blue lane. Well up with the pace. It's with the Roadrunners at the moment. Barking for Balls in contention on the far side. The Roadrunners and Barking for Balls might just be in front. But how about this one? And it's a very close one indeed, but the Roadrunners well within themselves, I think, taking that one, Graham.
It was, yeah, but if you're looking at the actual dogs competing against each other, it looked, I think, a bit closer than it was. It was really good racing here. I'm going to have a half a crown on Barking for Balls for the next leg.
So the Roadrunners beat, perhaps keeping something a little bit in reserve. Barking for Balls. These lively outsiders chucked in at the deep end. Likeable team from Stoke. No, they have to strike back here. Otherwise, on the first afternoon of Crufts 2025, their Flyball mission is done. Roadrunners changing their teams, I know, to give everybody a run, and Roadrunners in the blue have it just on that near side. But there's a fault on the red side, a fault with Barking for Balls as well, and that would seem to me to complete their excursion indeed. 2-0 to Roadrunners, absolute class within themselves. I reckon they've got a lot in reserve here. I reckon we could even see by Sunday some sort of Crufts record. Indeed, they will threaten the world record. A very smoothly oiled machine, Graham.
It was, yeah, a fault on the for Barking for Balls, just sort of basically gifted it to Roadrunners beat. They could take their foot off the pedal, as they say, but who'd want to draw Roadrunners in any of the rounds building up towards the finals?
Total sympathy for Barking for Balls. The Roadrunners, the champions, the favourites, ease through.
Okay. Are you ready for some more, ladies and gentlemen? Let's bring out our next two teams. Heat number 3 in the blue lane. It is Focus. Another team who are no stranger to these big occasions here.
So here we go with the next race in the round
they are going to be up
of
against
16.
all the way from
And it is the Yorkshire Bouncers.
The Yorkshire Bouncers.
Coming in the red on the far side,
in the blue lane. Yorkshire Bouncers
boasting
in
a
the red lane.
three-legged
And what's lovely
dog,
to see is the different
Zuri.
types of breeds of dogs we've got here as well.
Absolutely.
We've had some collies. We've got a 3-legged dog, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Now, this is something special here.
And Focus in
And
the
that's the great thing about
in the blue
Flyball.
side.
Any
Always
breed
go
of
the
dog,
distance
any
to Focus.
size,
Huge
any
respect.
shape
Semi-finalists in the last couple of years.
It is
And champions on this Thursday last year. Best of 3, as ever. We will complete the competition later this Thursday afternoon to decide the Thursday champions. And we're all set for another round of 16 contest. Yorkshire Bouncers, now Yorkshire Bouncers against Focus, and look at that. The first tripod, the first 3-legged dog to compete in Flyball. Zuri for Yorkshire Bouncers had an accident in the garden, hit a fence, was already training for Flyball. They had to rehab and retrain her, but just a fantastic achievement. And Zuri will lead off Yorkshire Bouncers in the red lane, followed by Quota, by Urban, and then by Roxy. And Focus, always quality. Thursday's champions last year in the blue lane. They will go with Flux, Fender, Lust, and Danger. They always go the distance to Focus. So Yorkshire Bouncers, Zuri and all. Family team Yorkshire Bouncers, run by the Whiteleys, Will and Magda. Lucas Whiteley and Olivia Whiteley, part of this family team from Driffield, East Yorkshire. First of three, then. Little reminder, Yorkshire bouncers in the red lane. That is the far side as we look at it from the commentary box. Meantime, Focus in the blue and the three-legged dog, Zuri, to lead off the bouncers. Massive interest, massive expectation here. Flux to go first for Focus. Focus in the blue lane. And away they go. And Zuri, there's a fault, and Zuri, unfortunately, a fault on that red lane. In fact, there's two faults now, so this, barring anything ridiculous, will go to Focus in the blue lane. Just keeping it clean and crisp. Do Focus. And Danger taking them out. Are they going to run any more dogs? I don't think they are. Gerald Quinn signifies that is one to the good for Focus. And a slightly unfortunate fault there, Graham.
It was, yeah, a couple of faults there. So two faults on the, one was the crossover and one was the initial dog that went off, went over the line before the light said go. So they picked up two faults and they didn't actually bother running their second dogs again. So there we go. Let's just hope they can do a bit better this time.
In this unforgiving world of flyball, then the bouncers know they will be bouncing out of the NAC unless they pull this one round. Best of three, Focus are one up, and Focus looking very classy, looking like a team that always go deep in the competition. Focus away swiftly, and Focus have it comfortably at the moment. It's still with Focus in the blue lane. Here goes the last dog. It's going to be with Focus, who are going to complete a 2-0 victory. And we're watching, and we get the confirmation. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward from Focus, that one, Graham. If anything is straightforward in flyball.
No, nothing's guaranteed, but again, unfortunately, a fault there on the Yorkshire bouncer side just meant that Focus could just concentrate and put in 4 steady, clean runs. You see the dog picking the box. What a great turn that is.
And so Focus will be here, will stay on. The Yorkshire bouncers, apart from completing the competition this afternoon, will be departing Crufts.
All right, we are ready for more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the blue lane. They are the Storm Chasers.
They will be up against the red lane, which is the Molton Magnets. Give them a big warm welcome. Somebody sounds quite keen to get going by the sounds of it.
These dogs are raring to go. You always know when the flyball guys are in the house, because backstage it is
so the final race in Thursday's group of 16. We have Molton Magnets from not far away in Northampton, long-standing association with Crufts. Molton in the red lane against Storm Chasers. Third time here. Very impressive. Last year was Storm Chasers, picked from across the northwest. They actually reached the quarter-finals. And Molton Magnets, quite young dogs, and all of the handlers though have been to Crufts before.
Daryl, ready? Vicky, ready?
So the last contest in the group of 16 on this Thursday afternoon. Molton Magnets from Northampton in the red lane. They have been here, quite a long-standing association with Crufts. We're just looking at the practice run here, and they will be up against Storm Chasers, a team picked from across the northwest in the blue. That is the near side. And to give you the lineups for you, Storm Chasers will kick off with Diesel, then Rage, then Kobe, and then Glimmer running the fourth leg. And Molton Magnets start with Spencer, Collie and Labrador. Second is Pip. Third is Nala. And fourth is Ira. They run a variety of dogs, do Molton Magnets in the red lane. Storm Chasers. In what could be the most competitive of the races we have seen so far. Not much between these two. The Chasers reached the quarterfinals last year, third time here. Molton Magnets, fourth year in a row at Crufts. It's the Magnets on the red lane. Cheryl Quinn is our judge. Worked in excitement. This place is rammed as well, absolutely jam-packed for the Flyball. 7,000 in, not a seat in the house. Are we ready to go? The Magnets from Northampton in the red. In the blue, Storm Chasers.
Ready? Race!
Who's going to get the best start here? And there's a fault on the red side. That's a great shame, that one. Fault on the red side, running that first dog, Spencer. So, Molton Magnets look to be dropping this first one. And there's a fault on the blue side now, so that they're going to have to run an extra dog as well. If there is a fault, have to run an extra dog. And I believe that will go Storm Chasers' way. Indeed, it is confirmation from Cheryl. Bit of confusion there, but Storm Chasers just about holding it together, Graham.
We did. There was actually a couple of faults there on Molton Magnets. At one stage, we had two dogs on the course at the same time. And then we also had a false start. Basically, the lights count down in sequence, and the dog can't go past the start gates until it reaches basically zero.
Well explained there, Graham. The Chasers are one up, looking to chase the Magnets out of the building. The Magnets desperately trying to get a grip, to stick around. But unless they win here, their Crufts is run already. The Magnets on the red have to win this one. Chasers in the blue, one to the good. We are ready and we are going. That's a very, very quick start. And a faulty start as well by Storm Chasers. And there's a fault on the red side as well, so both with faults and both with the prospect of running extra dogs. Nothing in this at the moment. The Magnets have it at the moment, but there's extra dogs to be run here, don't forget. Now we're running that extra dog. And we're running the extra dog, but they have lost it and they have squared it up.
Molton take the win on a 20-38.
So the Molton Magnets have clung on. They have stuck around. And again, a bit untidy, but nerves playing a big part there, Graham.
It was, absolutely. We had a first dog fault, again, going before it was ready. And then we also then, had, by the Storm Chasers, had a changeover fault, which meant that they basically effectively had to run another dog each. And luckily, Molton got it.
Ready on the boxes!
Molton Magnets in red, 1. Storm Chasers in blue, 1. It means a decider. It means everything is on this race. You either stay around or you're a very early casualty. Everybody here wants to be around on Saturday and Sunday. One of these, Molton Magnets in the red from Northampton, or the Storm Chasers from the northwest, is departing these shores. High tension, high stakes. 7,000 on the edge of their seats. That's a good start as well by the Magnets. Good start by the Magnets. You have it just, but the Chasers are making up ground in that blue lane. It's with the Chasers now. Third dog turns very, very quickly. The Chasers have this one in the blue lane, storming to victory. The Chasers in the blue. We wait for confirmation. Indeed, they have it. The Storm Chasers storm through the round of 16 into the next round. Excellent stuff, nail-biting stuff, Graham.
It is, that's what we like, 2 clean runs, and then it is truly the quickest dogs around. And the Storm Chasers dogs 2 and 3 just opened up a couple of meters lead, and Molton Magnets were never able to recover from it.
Well, went to the decider. Storm Chasers kept their nerve, kept their quality. They stay here. The Magnets depart. And confirmation of the qualifiers then on the opening Thursday of Crufts 2025. These are the 4 that will progress. Commandos, Road Runners, Beep Beep, the favourites, Focus, and as we have seen, Storm Chasers.
Beat a phenomenal team. So no practice run this time, which means the pressure is really mounting here. They've got to get it right the first time.
Yeah, that's it. There's no practice run. They are allowed to show the dogs where they need to go. All they're doing is showing the dogs where the box is, where the balls are. If you've noticed, ladies and gentlemen, they are on opposite lanes now as well from what they competed on earlier. So that also can make a difference as to how the dog runs. They need to know which leg to lead with, which leg to change on, and which leg to come back with. It's all really complicated.
Oh, it is, yes. Yeah,
I just thought it was running and catching balls and running back.
It is incredibly technical, this sport. And as you said, Becky, absolutely right. The road runners were earlier on in the blue lane. They're now in the red lane. So there is a risk here the dog could run to the wrong box. Hopefully that is not going to happen. These guys know their stuff, but can they do the business here? The top 4 teams will qualify for the Flyball semi-finals on Saturday and Sunday. So who will be our Crufts Flyball Champions 2025? Make sure you're here on Sunday night to find out. Okay, here we go. The first heat is away for the Commandos in the blue lane and the Road Runners in the red lane. Our judge, Cheryl Quinn, has indicated...
So we're away then as we conclude the Thursday afternoon session here. Commandos in the blue lane, that is the near side, and Road Runners. They will run this to a conclusion, so we find the Thursday champions. That's a comfortable victory as anticipated then for Road Runners, who are trying all their dogs, the champions, getting the feel of Crufts, not chasing records at the moment. Road Runners beat, but just having a very good start to their competition, Graham.
They're just settling in. I mean, all these dogs, it does take them just a little while to acclimatise to this arena. There's nothing else like this for them. The atmosphere is just electric.
And so Road Runners, who have looked very, very good so far, and Commandos with it all to do. Experienced campaigners. The title of Thursday champions does mean quite a lot, but Thursday, Friday champions, Saturday champions, it really lays the marker down for the big day on Sunday. And Road Runners, those serial record breakers from Belgium, have come here looking better than ever. And that's a good start again in the red by the Road Runners. It's with the Road Runners in that red lane comfortably. Commandos desperate to make up ground, but the Road Runners quick, accurate, sleek, and winning this by an absolute distance. So the Road Runners go through here very, very comfortably, and we're looking at the chase to be Thursday champions.
Yeah, Road Runners in the end came out fairly comfortable winners, and they were almost a whole lane ahead come the end. But as I say, just bode well for the other teams the more they grow in confidence, Jim.
Brilliant effort from the Commandos. Our next 2 teams are raring to go. So, which team will be up against Road Runners in the final round, which will be coming up in just a few minutes? Okay, as we welcome back into the blue lane, it is Focus!
And so we know that Road Runners comfortably through to the final.
Now, they were in the blue lane earlier on,
now we're going to see who's going to meet them.
They're going to be up against, however, the amazing Storm Chasers.
Or Storm Chasers. Focus head for the blue lane. And Focus were Thursday's champions last year, so they will look to repeat that. Just have a look at the attraction of Flyball. Storm Chasers in the red lane.
Chase down Focus and take the win. And go through
third time here, very impressive they were last year, and they've gone through, we all know that, but this is for the title of Thursday's champions. And in that Focus team, the team captain Craig Burrows, who was a judge last year. Focus though with a much changed team this time round, much changed team. that won the championship last year. So it is Thursday championship, I should say. Thursday, Focus in the blue, Storm Chasers in the red.
Ready on the boxes!
No practice runs here, straight down to business, best of
Ready, please?
3.
Yeah. Box judge! Aaron, yes!
Box holders. Kizzy Thornton for Storm Chasers. And Ellen Barraclough for Focus, calling the first dog's name. Primed and ready to go
Let's go.
to see who's going to face the record breakers in the front. That's a very quick start in that near side by the Chasers. I think there's a fault on the Chasers going well on that far side, but it is with Focus in the blue. Focus looking good at the moment and looking as though they're going to go all the way through. That's a very accomplished piece of running, and a fault called in that red lane for Storm Chasers, and so Focus it is, as anticipated, really. Oh! My apologies, it's Storm Chasers. There was a fault on the Focus side that I didn't pick up on, Graham.
It was actually a false start by the first dog on the blue lane, which is Focus, which they never recovered from. I think there was also a fault on the red, but as you say, Storm Chasers managed to actually pull it together just a bit before Focus did.
Well, Focus will desperately want to strike back here.
Ready on the boxes!
They won't want to go here. They'll want to go all the way and test themselves against the best in the final, but they have to pull this one round, otherwise it's going to be Storm Chasers through to the Thursday final. So Focus in the blue lane against Storm Chasers in the red. Storm Chasers, one to the good. Another victory for them, and they're in with a shout of being Thursday champions. The calm before the storm, which is about Focus in the blue getting a flying start. But there's a fault on both sides, would you believe? They're both going to have to run extra dogs, and there's nothing in it at the moment, although the Chasers probably just about have it in the red. And there's another fault in the blue lane as well, and another fault in the red. This is going to be running and running, this one. All extra dogs have to be run when there are faults, don't forget. Storm Chasers completing things in that red lane. We're going to wait for the verdict of Cheryl Quinn. Storm Chasers with extra dogs to run. We wait for Cheryl's verdict, and they're still running. I reckon we just wait for the formalities of this to finish, and I'm pretty sure I know which way Cheryl is going to point. The judge. Yeah, well, there we go. They go the Chasers' way. And it's the Chasers who will push past Focus. A little bit blurred they were at the end there, Focus. And it's the Chasers go through, Graham.
Yeah, I think probably, that's typical Flyball. You get races like that, pick the bones out of that. It's fault after fault on both sides, and then I think it came down to the fact that they just didn't finish their run, which gave it to Storm Chasers.
I think Cheryl is explaining down there to the team exactly why she reached her verdict there. But it's done. It is dusted.
Not to rerun their dogs.
Oh, right, so well, they didn't.
Yeah, Storm Chasers tried to rerun it, but the dog wouldn't take the ball. And rather than tire the dogs out, I awarded the win to Storm Chasers on the basis that they at least tried.
Yeah.
There we go, the explanation. Cheryl nicely mic'd up, and a nice explanation there as well, that Focus didn't want to rerun the dogs, but the Chasers did. At least they tried. That gives them the verdict, Graham.
Yep, that's what it is. You've got to be prepared to finish it off.
So this is the third and fourth runoff then. Commandos in the blue lane And Focus in the red, the runoff for 3rd and 4th place on this Thursday afternoon, just giving all the dogs the maximum of action and the maximum of entertainment as well. Focus in the red lane and Commandos in the blue. This for 3rd and 4th runoff. Oh my goodness, 2 dogs have gone. Oh dear, oh dear. 2 dogs have gone from Commandos. Everyone getting a little bit excited and a little bit overheated there, so we'll probably need...
Yeah, one of the Focus dogs actually came across onto the blue lane of Commandos and interfered with it.
It's all in the flyball world, Graham. No damage done. This for 3rd and 4th players.
Awarded to Commandos, please.
Commandos in the near side, the blue lane. Focus in the red on the far.
Live, Reese, Georgia, race.
And they are off and running. Commandos trading at the moment in the blue. Very, very close. Still just with Commandos in that blue lane. One more dog's goal. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball in that red lane. And there's a fault in the blue as well. Very much early teething problems these. And are they going to run one extra dog? I believe they are. Commandos will run the extra dog, and I will think that Commandos will get a verdict here. Although, was that another drop ball? Yeah, another drop ball. A bit messy, a bit untidy. Invaluable practice, though, for the teams, the handlers, the dogs. And the verdict. And the verdict goes to Commandos. Very, very messy, Graham.
Well, it's just a few faults there, but particularly one of the Focus dogs actually dropped the ball, spent a considerable amount of time trying to retrieve it,
yes,
which gave Commandos in the end the extra time they needed to run their extra dog for the fault that they'd had. But always interesting, Jim.
It is always interesting. So it is Commandos who finish 3rd on the opening day of
now it's time for the grand final, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome back
and now
Roadrunners
the scrap to be Thursday's champions. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to see the Roadrunners from Zonhoven, team captain Dave Maris, who does a great job, box loader Nick Cools, the ball collector Stephanie Goosens.
No pun intended there.
Such a lightningly quick combination. And the Storm Chasers, quarter-finalists last year, they have done very, very well indeed from across the Northwest. The Storm Chasers to reach this stage. Storm Chasers in the red, looking to upset the form book against the outstanding Roadrunners. Roadrunners, 5 world records, current record holders, 14:07 in and outdoor world record holders, and the list just goes on and on and on. And those individual dogs, 3.3 and 3.4 seconds. Everybody in this team, that's how quickly they go. It's not fair, really, is it?
Ready on the boxing!
The Roadrunners
Box jump!
in the blue, best of 3 to be Thursday's champions. Storm Chasers tilting against the Flyball elite in the red.
Yes! Let's race!
And there's a flying start from Roadrunners in the blue. It's with the Roadrunners at the moment, elegantly striding away the second Roadrunners dogs. They're picking and mixing at the moment, still with Roadrunners in the blue lane. So classy, so quick, so accomplished. Box turn, lightning quick, and the Roadrunners get it, although there's some good ground made up towards the end there by the Chasers, Graham.
Yeah, just watching the race there, Roadrunners beat. They were giving plenty of time on their changeovers. There was never any doubt that they were going to have a clean changeover. They were like a yard or so, which is unheard of in between dogs.
On the first Thursday, Roadrunners are just underlining their quality, their organisation, and endorsing the fact that they are the team to beat. If they reproduce that over the next minute or so, Roadrunners will be Thursday's champions, with the big prizes looming for them at Crufts 2025. With elegant and quick Roadrunners then in the blue lane, and Storm Chasers looking to bridge what has been a chasm, less than a gap, and square things up. The prize, Thursday's champions, Crufts 2025. They are ready, and away go the Roadrunners. The Roadrunners have it after that first dog. There's a fault on the red side as well. This is going all the Roadrunners' way. My goodness me, they've looked well within themselves. Such sleek work, sleek handling, sleek running, and they are the Thursday's champions, and they are enjoying every bit of that. And you look at them, Graham, and you just think, who's going to beat that lot?
Well, when you're trying to beat the best in the world, you have to take a few chances, and they just cut one of their changeovers just a little bit tight. And that's what the Roadrunners do to the opposition. They put the pressure on them, and then they force the mistakes.
Tremendous performance then by the Roadrunners, by Sepp, Memphis, Santa Kukachu, Kion, Drogon, and Khaleesi, by Dave Maris, Iki Getz, Justin Shearing, Melissa Shearing, Christoph Shearing, Wesley Virandils, and Elke Leenders.